Hi YouTube, Philly Joe here. I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to rank the soundtrack for probably the greatest video game soundtrack of all time, and of course that is Streets of Rage. So today I'm going to rank the soundtrack from the first game, and then in the next upcoming days I'm going to release the videos for the soundtracks of Streets of Rage 2 and Streets of Rage 3, which are of course all on the Sega Mega Drive. This is my favourite video game soundtrack of all time. The soundtrack of all three of these games are my favourite ever. So I've wanted to do this ranking for a long time. Let's do it. Okay, so if we start with the title screen theme, which is called the Streets of Rage, and I'm sure that everyone watching this will know this theme. Especially if you're a Streets of Rage fan. Absolutely iconic theme. One of the greatest of all time in any video game ever made. As you know, composer Yuzo Koshiro took a lot of inspiration from songs from the late 1980s, early 1990s from groups like Soul II Soul, and there was a track by Enigma called Sadness Part 1, I think it is. And it sounds very much like this kind of beat, and absolutely beautiful song, and it can't go wrong, and very much deserved of an S rank. Absolutely brilliant song, and I cannot understate how amazing and how much nostalgia I have for this song, and also a lot of the themes, and that's exactly why this video game series is my favourite of all time. So if we move on to the character select screen, music. Very simple beat behind it, but it sounds a bit like Soul II Soul again. Just a little loop over. Very early days for video games and character select screens. So I think let's just pop that in the B there. It is what it is. It's good to okay, but as you will see when I come to the Streets of Rage 2 rankings, a lot of these themes, some of these themes have been revamped and beefed up and sound much better, and yeah, but you will see that in the Streets of Rage 2 video. So if we move on to the stage 1 theme, which is called Fighting in the Street, is an apt name of course. Brilliant song, great opener for a video game, very much deserved an A rank there, I believe. Got a few notes here. A great beat, great opener, good dance music for a 16-bit console. It was brilliant, especially the Sega Mega Drive that sometimes just sounds like mud. These video games are the greatest soundtrack to any Mega Drive games whatsoever. So yeah, I think A is a very good starter for stage 1. So Fighting in the Street, good opener. So if we go to stage 2, which is called Dilapidated Town, the level itself is on the street itself, and yeah, it sounds very good. So I've just made some notes here. It's kind of brooding, funky. You can hear a few police cars here and there. Good melody. It's kind of the sound of the streets. I've given it a 6, not quite a 7. So I'm just going to pop that in B. Stage 2. So that Dilapidated Town gets a B ranking there. So if we move on to stage 3, which is called Moon Beach, very good song. I really like this. Very funky, very dancey, great piano melodies, and yeah, very fitting for the stage, beach stage. And yeah, I could listen to this soundtrack all day, every day. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, I think I'm going to pop this in A because it is great. It's an absolutely brilliant song. Not iconic, not going to S, but no, very worthy of an A ranking there. Alright, so if we move on to stage 4, we've got Keep the Groovin', this one's called. So it's like a deep, dirty, melodic beat. It's good. I've given it a 6 out of 10. The level itself's okay. There's nothing to shout about, shout about for me. So I think I'm just going to give this a B ranking on this one, stage 4. Now we come to stage 5. Now this is called Beatnik on the Ship, which I knew very, very well, because this is my favourite stage theme in the game. It's absolutely brilliant. I love its beat. I love its kind of brooding, and when you're fighting on the ship itself, you can hear these like horns of the actual ship itself. And when you fighting along, it's just so good. It just kind of got this like dum 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 boom, like these really good beats and this constant drum. It's just fantastic. It really is. It's like my favourite stage song of the actual game. So it's going S. Yes, very worthy of an S ranking on this one. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it so much. And yeah, it's my favourite theme in the game. Okay, next stage, stage 6, is called Stealthy Steps. This one's based in like a factory or industrial warehouse or something that you have to work through. But the sound is very kind of industrial, slow kind of mechanical beat. It's just okay. I mean, I've actually given it the lowest score so far with a 5 out of 10. So I'll stick it in B. It's not good, so I'm not going to put it in C, but it's definitely my least favourite so far, I would say. So stage 7 is funnily called Violent Breathing. Now this is the elevator stage. As with every single Streets of Rage game, there has to be an elevator stage. This one is absolutely brilliant. I love this. This song is so hype. It's a fast beat, a good kind of techno dance track. What notes have I put here? Great tempo, good tune, great beats. A 9 out of 10. So with a 9, I'm going to put it A. It is a really, really good song. It's one of my favourites, but it's not perfect. It's not, S rank means it's special. Like it's special to me. So yeah, I think A is a very good score for it. So, okay, then we've finally got, excuse me, stage 8. This one's called The Last Soul. Now this is the last level in the game, that leads to the Mr. X fight. It's a very long stage, and it's one of them where you have to fight all the bosses again, and then you fight Mr. X. And funnily enough, if you're playing 2-player and one of them, and Mr. X asks you if you want to join, if one of you says yes and the other one says no, then they'll pit you against each other. Such a good game. It was such a good twist at the end of the game to do that, especially if you said yes to joining him and he chucked you back to stage 6. But yeah, it's a very good song. It's a nice deep groove. At first it kind of brings the anxiety of the last level kind of thing, but then it's a nice groove all the way through the track while you're going through the corridor. From right to left, you have to work through, and it's some good beats, memorable beats, and I'm going to pop it in B, I think. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. I don't think it's quite A standard, but yeah, B's good. So the other songs that I've got on the stages, but we've got the Streets of Rage 1 boss music that you'll hear now. This boss music is really good. It's all these, like, as with my Street Fighter 2 video, these were very early video games, and it kind of set a precedent for all games that followed. So Streets of Rage 1's boss music is good, but not great. If I put any notes here, let's have a look. So it's what I did write down as a point was the sound, and I thought that's I think that's one of the first times I'd ever heard like a voice sample in a game, like in on a song, which is which I don't know why that that's just a memory from the past that I have, of this particular track. Anyway, it's very good. What did I give it? Gave it a 7 out of 10. So yeah, that's fine. Let's stick it 7. I'll stick it in B. Then we've got Mr. X. So it's a slight different mix to the Streets of Rage 1 boss music. So it's very similar, but like beefed up for the final boss of the video game and yeah, it's also very good. I'm going to pop that in B too. So then we have the ending musics. If you were to choose no to Mr. X, then defeat him, you get the good ending. And the good ending music is nice. It's very nice. It's nice and chilled. Well, it gives you that feeling of finally it's all over, and yeah, it's great. Is it A worthy? No, I'm gonna pop it in B. Yeah, I think that's fair. Excuse me. So then we got the Streets of Rage 1 bad ending. Now this is if you were to choose yes to join in Mr. X and then defeated him, go back to level 6 and then coming all the way back and then defeating him again. This is brilliant. I'm going to put this in A because this piece of music makes you think, oh bugger, what have I done? You know, it gives you that sense of I really shouldn't have done that, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, what notes we'll put here? Yeah, it's the first time I ever thought, what have I done? I've never had a bad ending in a video game before. It was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that. Lots of memories of thinking, what is going on? And then it comes up and says, you defeated the boss, you are great. Or something like that. Yeah, or you are the boss or something. I just remember feeling sad that I'd actually turn my back on whoever it was I'd beat or something. And yeah, very memorable. Alright, so the last few pieces of music, very small pieces of music, game over screen and round clear. So game over is da 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 da. It's just a piece of music really, and I'll stick that at B. Round clear, as you can hear now, absolute classic. I love the round clear song. It's iconic, especially for all 3 games. Whenever you clear the round, you get that piece of music, and it's very much like, I've done it, you know, it gives you that sense of completion. And Streets of Rage did it better than anyone else, you know, for a round clear sound, theme, song, piece of music. It's brilliant. So there we go, that's my Streets of Rage 1 tier list. So let's have a good butchers. So here we've got Streets of Rage on title screen, and stage 5 is S. Stage 1, 3, 7, bad ending and round clear in A, and everyone else in B. I think that's a fair assessment, and I really enjoyed doing this tier list. And next I will be doing Streets of Rage 2, as everyone knows, is probably the greatest video game soundtrack of all time, and I'm very excited to get onto that. So thank you so much for watching. Please click the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified when Streets of Rage 2 and Streets of Rage 3's tier lists are done, and I'm going to be doing plenty more as well. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, bye.